Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Box Office Talk. This is the show where I break down what happened at the box office, see if my predictions for the top five are correct, and make predictions for next week's top five. But unfortunately, I have a 0 out of 5 for my predictions. I literally screwed it up so badly because of two movies that I didn't expect. One of them I didn't know about at all, and one of them I thought was getting released at another time, and I switched it up. And then there was Slight, which I thought was opening in about over 1,000 theaters, but it turns out, I'm just going to tell you right now, Slight opened at number 14, only making $1 million, but at least the budget was at 250,000, so it was able to quadruple its budget right now. So that's pretty good. But I'm just gonna let you know the predictions I made last time. No need going into them because they're wrong, like so wrong in the worst ways that I don't even want to mention it. So let's just go over what happened at the box office, and I'm assuming that no one got their predictions right, but if you did, I'm just going to give you the shout out right now because you deserve it, because I didn't even know about some of these movies. But anyways, moving on to number one, which was Fate of the Furious, once again able to stick it up there one more time before Guardians comes out. It made $19 million this weekend. That adds to a domestic total of 192, so it's very close to getting to 200 million domestically, but on the worldwide chart, it is sitting at $1.06 billion. It's able to cross the $1 billion margin, which is fantastic for this film. And I'm so glad that it's making so much money. Even though it isn't my favorite Fast and the Furious movie, it is still a really entertaining movie, and I'm glad a lot of other people are being entertained by it, hence why it's made so much money. And I can't wait to see what they do with Fast 9 and Fast 10, and I'm hoping that they're just as good. It'll be interesting to see if they can match up as far as how much money those two make compared to Fate of the Furious, but this is still a great achievement for Fate. Number two is How to Be a Latin Lover, which I didn't know was coming out this weekend, and I'm sorry for that, but it made $12 million this weekend on a budget of, I don't know, because Wikipedia did not tell me, so I'm sorry, but this movie looks like garbage anyways. But of course, a lot of audience members have proven that it doesn't matter what kind of quality the movie is, they will see it anyways, which is fine, but How to Be a Latin Lover looks like one of the worst things ever, and that's all I'll say about that. And number three is a movie I never even heard of, and it's called Baahubali 2, The Conclusion, and apparently it's from India, and it made $10 million domestically. I don't know what this movie is. Honestly, I had no idea that this was coming out, and I never would have predicted that it would have made this much money domestically, so good on you, Baahubali. Maybe you'll be here next weekend, I'm not sure. But at number four was the movie I predicted to be number one, and that would be The Circle. I thought, because it's a young adult movie, that means it'll be able to top Fate of the Furious. Apparently, I was wrong. It made $9.3 million this weekend. Now, this is only on a budget of $18 million, so it's not like it's doing horribly, but it does need to, make a little bit more in order to double it, and I'm not sure if it's going to be the big success they wanted. I'm not sure if this is a young adult series or if it's just one novel, so I don't know if they were planning on making sequels or not, but either way, this has got to show another bad sign for young adult novels, that they really can't work as movies anymore, and we should stop that, because we're not going to have another Hunger Games or Harry Potter at this point. Well, Fantastic Beasts is another Harry Potter. But moving on to number five, which is The Boss Baby, which made $9.05 million this weekend. That adds to a domestic total of 148, and on the worldwide chart, it is sitting at 375 million, only 25 million away from getting to 400 million worldwide. That's got to be great for Alec Baldwin's The Boss Baby. I have nothing else to say because I still have not seen this movie. Number six, however, is Beauty and the Beast. It made $6 million this weekend. That adds to a domestic total of $480 million. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be able to get to 500 million before it leaves the top 10, but it's still doing exceptionally well, especially since on the worldwide chart, it is at $1.14 billion, which is fantastic for this movie. It's so far made more than Fate of the Furious, but Fate of the Furious will obviously catch up. But still, it's really impressive that Beauty and the Beast has made so much. Like I keep saying, I didn't expect Beauty and the Beast to be the one to break all the records of the Disney live action remakes, but it did, and it's a really good movie, so I'm not upset at all. Number seven is Going in Style, which made $3.5 million this weekend. That adds to a domestic total of 37 million, and on the worldwide chart, it is sitting at 61 million, so 11 more than the doubling point of its budget. I remember back then when it first came out, and I thought there's no way that it'll be able to double its budget. It's going to leave the top 10 very soon, and it turns out I was very wrong about that. So Good on you, going with in style. At number 8 is Smurfs: The Lost Village, hanging on for dear life. It made $3.31 million this weekend. That is to a domestic total of $37 million, and on the worldwide chart, it is at $155 million. So it's made $35 million more than the doubling point of its budget. I'm not sure if this is good for Sony standards because they put a lot of marketing into their stuff. So maybe there's another break even point. I'm not sure, but I don't think they're gonna make another Smurfs movie, and I'm not complaining about that. Number 9, however, is Gifted, which made $3.30 million. That adds to a domestic total of $15 million, and that means it was able to double its $7 million budget. It made $1 million more than that. That is very good for Mark Webb. Maybe he should just stick to indies because I guess that's where he strides the best, because that's what people are saying about Gifted, that it's the best route for him instead of Amazing Spider-Man type blockbusters. I don't know. I haven't seen it. But finally, number 10 is Unforgettable, which made $2 million this weekend. That adds to a domestic total of $8 million, and it still hasn't crossed its $12 million budget, and it's not going to be able to double that at all. You can consider Unforgettable a huge flop. Thank God for that. Well, that concludes the messed up box office talk that is brought to you by me because I messed up with the movie releases. I apologize once again, but now it's time for the easy part, the predictions for next week's top 5, because there's only one big movie, and I guarantee you that not much is going to change in the top 5. So number 1 is obviously going to be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and I'm going to say number 2 is Fate of the Furious. Number 3, How to Be a Latin Lover. Number 4, Baahubali 2, The Conclusion, and number 5 will be The Circle. But if you somehow got your predictions right for this week's top 5, I already gave you a shout out. I'm sorry. I'm saying this because of what's the word I'm looking for? You know what? I'm losing my mind. That's what's going on. I'm just going to end this episode here because it's a disaster. I apologize. I'll work on movie release schedules so that I'm not completely wrong again. So thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.